Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today we will be taking out the Darezki, the Derpzki, the Darezki, all those names. But yes, I actually decided to go through the Soviet line. I kind of wanted a destroyer that was completely opposite of the Japanese line of the destroyers, and so I decided to go and try out the Soviet or the Russian or whatever nation that was in control when this ship was built. But anyways, I finally decided, so I have went through this tier 2 Storo, oh good god, these names. Went ahead and started the Darezki, and I finally getting around to making a video. I've been a little busy with my other ships, so let's go ahead and just quickly look over the survivability for tier 3. 9,700 hit points. Artillery, you have 3 main guns, 102 millimeters. They're kind of lousy, honestly, but you have a 10.3 kilometer range, and this is where the Darezki gets its kind of name. You can either derp or you are very daring. It has 5 torpedo tubes, 5 torpedo turrets, 2 torpedoes each, so you can get out 10 torpedoes, and the max damage on the torpedoes is 6,167. So that is 60,000 points of damage if all 10 torpedoes hit for the max damage, which is more than any battleship, cruiser, or other destroyer or even aircraft carriers have as far as health is concerned. So the Darezki is very powerful when it comes to the torpedoes. But there's a catch. The range on the torpedoes is 4 kilometers. It used to be 3. Now it's 4. Huh. Must have updated that. So 4 kilometers. For some odd reason, I was thinking it was 3. So 4 kilometers. So you do have to be close in. The catch is your concealment is about 6.1 kilometers. 6.1 kilometers, 2.9 by air. So you have to get close or you have to ambush. But yes, the torpedoes are so much fun. AA defense is minimal. It's pointless. Speed is 34 knots with a rudder shift time of 2.6 seconds, so very quick. She's kind of slow as far as the turning circle radius. What is the Minakaze? 550, and that's 2 tiers above it. What about my Tachibana? The Tachibana has 450 meters of turning radius, and that is tier below it. I really probably should compare this to another, but it feels like her turning radius is kind of slow, at least to me. Maybe I'm just not accustomed to destroyers, but I always thought they would turn a little bit tighter, but then again, I might be wrong. Modules, she's fully upgraded. I have the second hull, which increases your health and the increased range. Now, I'm wondering, did they just buff the torpedoes? I think they did. I think they did buff the torpedo systems of at least the Darezki, because I could have sworn it was 3 kilometers. I might be wrong. So, without any further ado, enough of me chatting. Let's go ahead and take her out into battle. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright everyone, welcome back to a game with the Darezki as a replay. And let me say, this is actually a fairly fun battle that I just had a few moments ago. And I would like to point out that my captain was a new captain. He didn't have any of his skills. He hadn't mastered the ship, so none of the skills are actually working. So I don't have situation awareness, running completely blind. Right now we are moving towards B. Let me show the teams. There's a Wyoming, Ishizuki, 2 South Carolinas, Karlsruhe, 2 South St. Louis, a Tenru, a Clemson, Isokaze, Wicks, a Darezki, us. On the enemy team there is a Wyoming, Ishizuki, South Carolina, Kuma, St. Louis, Kohlberg, Bog, Clemson, Isoslav, 2 Wicks, and a Wakataki. So yes, we are moving down to B, and my plan is just cap it, don't push it, because I have no idea if I will be detected, so you see that I'm just trying to slip in. I'm slowing down. I just want to get on the edge, but I want to be able to escape if I need to. I do have the smoke generator, but if I can avoid it, I will. So if you notice, B is currently not moving, so that means there is an enemy ship in the cap. So I go ahead and fire all 10. My thought behind that was that a destroyer could possibly be pushing through the middle, and hopefully I would take him by surprise, but well, there's the Wix. That is the guy that is currently preventing us from capping. So I do go ahead and fire a salvo, knock out his engine on our first shot. And unfortunately for us, the bog is right there, and now he's raining hellfire on us. Gets a little bit lucky, gets a fire on us, as well as knocking out torpedoes, but I do back up because his next salvo is incoming, and I don't want to be in that line of fire. But fortunately, we are fortunate that the Wix decides to leave B, and me and our fellow allies are going to cap B. But right now, the team is kind of splitting up. It looks like we have 2 cruisers and a destroyer and a battleship heading down to A, while the other 3 battleships, cruiser and a destroyer, are up at C trying to cap. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on any passing cruisers and finish capping. But as soon as that capping is done, I'm moving to C to help out with the destroyers, because the Darezki does a decent job as far as taking on destroyers. My main issue is her guns are kind of lousy. I understand it's a tier 3, but oh boy, those are some interesting guns. There's a lot of arc to the shells, so you really have to lead, especially when you're firing off against other destroyers. But at the moment, we don't have a target, so we're moving to C as quick as we can. We do know there's a St. Louis, a Wix, and a Wakatake is down over there. And I definitely would love to find that walkie-talkie and take him out. But unfortunately, it looks like he is retreating, but Clemson's nearby. That would be a good target to focus on, because he is the same tier as us. He is the tier 4 U.S. destroyer. No. Am I right? Tier 3, sorry. No, tier 4. I am sorry. The Wix is the tier 3. I don't know my U.S. destroyers like I should. I just don't know them that well. But we are getting some decent damage on the Clemson. He's gonna die here fairly shortly, not due to us. We do knock out his steering, but here in this next salvo, he should be dead. Yep, there we go. Now he's dead. The Wix is retreating, and there is one cruiser I do not want to face against, and that is the St. Louis. Very fun ship to play. It is a gun basically made of... No. Yes, it's a boat made of guns. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. It is such a tanky ship. So many guns. Such a fast firing rate too. Love the St. Louis. So we are taking a few pot shots at him, but we're just not doing that much. Wow. 1478 damage. That's pretty impressive. So I decide to head back down to sea because I see a battleship is pushing forward into sea, and I would love to fire my torpedoes at him and end his world. End his world. That's such a weird thing to say. Pretty much I just want to send him down to Davy Jones' locker so he can no longer harm us. And oh boy, a wild Wix appears. Yeah, he is the major threat, and that is one threat I definitely do want to try to get rid of. He is firing at us, and I make a kind of stupid decision. I run into our ally of the South Carolina, but fortunately I think our cruisers is doing a fantastic job. Let's see, which one is that? Is that the St. Louis? Yep, St. Louis is about to take out the Wix, or I am actually. The Wix is dead, and the Suzuki is now out behind the islands. Now in this game, you'll see that I'm actually trying to get closer than 3 kilometers, because that's what I thought the distance, the range on the torpedoes. I could have fired those back there, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because if you notice that the Isuzuki is actually turning away. So I'm firing my torpedoes in his expected path, kind of trying to figure out, hopefully hit him with my torpedoes as he moves away. But now I want to get out of his secondaries, and there's another Wix showing up, and before I could even get close to him, he's dead. And 2 torpedoes hit, and the Isuzuki is dead. Good riddance. So, with that taken care of, our team needs to cap C. I mean, we're not doing bad, and oh my word, there are some torpedoes. Woohoo! Fortunately, we slipped right by into that. So, in this game, I was trying to get my captain leveled up, so I wanted as much experience as I can, and a quick way to do that is capping. And this is why you see me, I'm just slowing down, I'm waiting for the cap to occur, and then my plan was move to B and cap that. Now C is fully capped, we can move to B, and we know that there is the bog up north of us, Kolberg, and the Wakatake hiding out west. And then there's that, I believe it's a South Carolina? No, it's a Wyoming, a tier 4 US battleship, all the way on the northwest side of the map. So, with C taken care of, we're going to quickly make our way over to B, and we're going to cap it. And if you cap it by yourself, you will get the highest experience whenever you cap. So that's always a great thing to do, is cap entire cap. Cap an entire cap. Capping by yourself gives you the most experience, and that's really what I wanted to get done. Now, if there was one thing I had to say that I did not like about the Derpzki, especially after playing this game, was the turret rotation was slow. Now, do keep in mind, my captain did not have the basic firing training. I think that is a skill that I was lacking, and that might be why the turrets turn so slow, because just watch how slowly it turns around. But now we have sight on the Wakatake, and we definitely want to take him out, and he's just really booking it away. He is getting hunted down by our fellow Wix over out. No, sorry, fellow Clemson. I'm not keeping track of what chips are what. Clemson is firing on him and knocked his engine out, and it looks like he caught on fire just for a second, but used his damage control, and he's just motoring his way. But my shells just aren't really actually hitting the target at all. So eventually I'll decide that B is captured, the Wakatake is almost out of range. Let's go and try to take on this Wyoming. Now, the Wyoming is a slow battleship. Very slow. And if I could get close to him, I could definitely take him out. And that is what I'm planning on doing. Will I succeed or will I not? Oh, let's see what happens. So, our speed boost is almost off cooldown, and we should be using it just momentarily. There we go. Now let's motor our way against this Wyoming. And here's one thing I would recommend anyone who is playing this game: pay attention to where their guns are located. Me, when I was playing, didn't realize where his guns were. Can you figure out what's going to happen, especially after I start firing? If you're going to say he's going to fire at me, you will be correct. He will be firing at me. So, right now, we are definitely going to win either way due to points or kill. Doesn't really matter. We're going to win either way. I just really wanted to get the kill, but unfortunately, the cap point is just going up too quick. before I can even get close. I'm still 7 kilometers away, and I thought my torpedo range was 3 kilometers, so I had quite a ways to go. And if you notice, his middle gun is now turning to face me, and he fired. It's like, crap! Do the matrix! Completely dodge those as best I can. But yeah, this is going to be it for this video. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great day. Zaijian.